All right, what up? Peace, peace, oh, son. Peace. What up? Just want to come back with a quick video. You know, yeah, man. Just want to go into the law of pre-Moses. It's crazy, man. I was talking about this with my brother, man. Honestly, yeah, man, because it's like really how the law was already around pre-Moses, man. I'm sure, of course, y'all brothers and sisters, know this. I'm sorry, I got a message. Know this, but you know. Of course, the law was around with Moses, how the brother assembly firstborn. Of course, with the priesthood of Melchizedek. Of course, like who was teaching those laws. Even with that, you know, um, when during honestly too, that's why Noah just like the gospel was all faith and testimony of Yahushua, Noah was about faith as well. That's why he's a preacher of righteousness because it was about faith. That's Galatians 2:21. Now, if I'm not sure, Noah was preaching about Yahushua, which maybe I'm not sure, but he's just preaching of faith because the law was around during that time. Man, I just want to get into this too because this was very interesting. But also too, it made me think of which I'm about to get with you know I'm just gonna get into it with Jethro, and this is just a thought, just anyway. But I'm about to get to this too, because honestly, there was judges. Honestly, that just didn't start of course with us. That was that was around even before you know before we started. We were birth as a nation, man. We came, Jacob, Israel became a people, man. That was around because actually I was reading Job 31 the other day, and no, actually yesterday. Yes, yesterday. Let me grab this real quick because, you know, Job 31 real quick. Job 31 and verse 11. It says, because more I read Job too, it's like, dang, it's different little pockets here and there. It's like, dang, yo, this is really, you see things in law. Because remember, I think the last video I did about him taking a stranger and things of that nature, and the widows, things. So, the laws are always around. But I think, of course, more things added on Mount Sinai, when we came out of Egypt in the law. But yeah, man, that's just that. Yeah, man, that's just, I'm about to get this too, because it was just, let me grab this. It says, Job chapter 31 verse 11, it says, for this was a heinous crime, yea, it was iniquity to be punished by the judges. So yeah, okay, yeah, this is verse 10. Let's see here. You know what, this is all going to the adult. This is kind of going Proverbs, adultery, and the law. I can start verse 9. If my heart had been deceived, by a woman, or I'm about to hit that inside racket real quick because that's where that. No, let me grab that. I'm gonna grab that in a little bit. Let me grab my. I'll grab it, but yeah. I'm glad she read up. It says, if my heart had been deceived by a woman, or who have laid wait at my neighbor, or if I had laid wait at my neighbor's door. That's crazy because I was just talking about that with my brother. But he mentioned that Proverbs, a man, a woman that could, a man that commits adultery with commits adultery on another man's wife. It's no matter how much gifts he gives him, he doesn't want that. No, he doesn't want that. He wants judgment upon him. He wants to kill him, pretty much, man. So, and now I was saying that in the spiritual aspect, man, that's how the Most High Yahushua, but by His mercies we aren't consumed. But that's why adultery is so important because it's a domino effect of the spiritual, man. It's all a reflection of that, things, spiritual matters, man. Different dynamics we see, family dynamics, relationship dynamics. All shout out to brother Assembly Firstborn because he said this. It's all a reflection of the spiritual dynamics, but. That's neither here nor there. But I'm gonna read this again. If my heart had been deceived by a woman, or if I had laid at my door at my neighbor at my laid wait at my neighbor's door, verse 10. Then let my wife grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. So yeah, man, that's just that's actually kind of sound like a train or something. Yeah, that sounds like some crazy stuff. But yeah, see, that's adultery. That's why Jeremiah said, listen, y'all, every y'all laying with every neighbor's wife, y'all commit, y'all swingers, y'all doing all that types of stuff. But I gotta look at so let me read 10 again. It says, then let my wife grind unto another, and let grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. So yeah, as a matter of fact too, that goes into Exodus. I want to get into that about mentioning other guys, but that's another video for another day. Because I was talking about that with my brother, not today, but another time, about how they even relate to the spiritual aspect. But I'm just gonna speed by that, man. But let me grab this in Sirach, because because it says if just line up with verse 9. It says, if my heart had been deceived by a woman, or if I laid wait at my neighbor's door. So yeah, let's grab this real quick, man. You know, Ecclesiastes chapter 9, real quick. 9 and verse 8. Because it says they have been deceived by a woman. Let's look at this real quick. Let's see. It says, Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 29, verse 8. It says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for wherewith love is kindled as a fire. So yeah, man, like, that's why I know, look to, like Suzanne says, look towards heaven sometimes. No, nothing wrong with, like, looking at a beautiful woman, but it's like, don't get too caught up and raptured in that. I honestly know it's crazy, because many has been deceived by, look, don't go, like, that's why he also has to judge, Proverbs 31 says beauty, and 30 says beauty is vain, and 1 Samuel 16:7 says, don't look upon him, because he's comely, because I'm not with him. Like, the Most High doesn't look at it as man sees. He sees as, he doesn't see as man sees, he looks at the inward man. So the same thing, like, we supposed to be looking at the person, like the inward person, like, because, like I said, beauty has deceived many. Like, we see that in the history of time. So, so honestly, man, that's where that spirit of Joseph kicks in. But anyway, it's kind of like the movie I was watching a few months ago. It was with Tommy Davidson and Jada Pinkett Smith. Speaking of that, that's crazy. Yeah. But the movie was called Woo. It was a little comedy. It's called Woo. Like, not the Pop Smoke Woo, whatever that is. Not the Blood. I think that's a Crip. My brother told me it was like Crips in New York. Like, I'm not sure, but the Woo, but it was like a little comedy pretty much. But that movie, but the title in the movie, that was a play on her name, because her looks were meant to woo you. It was meant to ensnare you and trap you, pretty much, man. So that's what that goes into, man. Like, don't be like certain women, man. Don't get too caught up in that, man. Because honestly, man, that may have been deceived. But honestly, the truth. Honestly, it was like, they do that a lot of times in the streets, like, in different gangs and cliques or crews, like, are beefing with one another. They bring a chick over there, honestly, to deceive, the opposite crew, like, the opposing crew, like, the rival gang member, great gang or crew, pretty much, man. That's why Judith, we did what we did. The most I had that in Judith, because, like, to deceive Achior, I think his name, Achior, and with her look, so then she could do what she did. But that's neither here nor there. But I just wanted to bring that out. But yeah, that's let's go verse 11 for the point. He says, for this heinous crime, yea, it is an iniquity to be punished by the judges. So yeah, man. So there's judges in Job's time, man. So let's go Exodus real quick, man. Because let's go Deuteronomy real quick. Because I try going chronological order, but I kind of got a thought on that. No, I'll go to Exodus real quick. Because you know what it is, man. Because I was wondering, man. Because I was meditating on this. I was thinking about this. This is me. I'm speaking as a man. I was just wondering, like, because the council, like, and this is too, man. Like, I think a brother posted online one time too. It's like, honestly, man. Honestly, that's where, like, even that Sirach 32 comes into play. Like, being quiet around older men. Like, just learning from older men. Like, if there's a wise man, like, honestly, be there but times as a door. I'm perfectly paraphrasing, because honestly too, I listen even if it's because even if it's a heathen, or even if it's another man, another nation, pretty much I might listen to it, because older man with much more experience. I might listen, because even though they don't look at me as they don't look at me as like their next of kin, the generation after them. Well, in an aspect they do, but honestly, because they're that's another thing when talking about different nations and self-preservation, things of that nature. But if it's an older man, I'm still gonna listen to him, because okay, this man has lived longer than me. I'm listening no matter what nation he is. I might listen to him, but because also too, man, because this is all gonna lead to what I'm going into. Because also too, man, I remember years ago, man, I was working at the law firm, man. I left. You know, it was one of the cool guys there. One of the because actually all of them were cool except for one guy. But you know, it is what it is. It was he was a lawyer. It was his law firm. But you know, I kind of left because of him. But you know. But part of me now looking back at it, I was like, I could stay. It was nothing. I was just could have let it slide. But you know, I was kind of immature then, but still trying to mature as well, but spiritually mature. But he said that he left me an email. Always stuck with me. He said, "Listen, man, if you want to, sometimes you know, I appreciate all the work that you did, things of that nature. If you ever want to talk, me being an older man myself, I'll talk to you." I was like, "Yeah, that always stuck to me, man." Like honestly, man, and also too, man, like you know, just coming up even before I came on board, man, I was always at at the park playing chess with it was some of the elders and some of the OGs, man. This is older men, man. Honestly, I learned a lot from not only just how to play chess, but in life, man. I was learning a lot from them as well, But this leads me to like, yeah. So if it's like, so honestly, you can take counsel from an older man. He might, I mean, of course, like, on a natural sense, on like because this man lived longer than me, so I'm gonna take heed. Because I was actually talking about this with a sister, like I know I'll be digressing too much, but I was actually talking about this. I just noticed this is something that I noticed. This is an observation, like I just noticed, man, like more. I was talking about the sister like a few months ago, man. It's more of men are just more accept sex, acceptable to hear like from older men. It don't even have to be the wisest older man. It's like but just it doesn't even have to be like the wisest or it could. That's why it's different to elders and OGs, and then under that it's like old heads. It's like okay, this guy never learned, but like the WAC 100 type. But I say it to say men are just more susceptible to listen to older older men. Even though Isaiah 3 is key, like 3 and 5 says the young will be proud against the ancient, but still, like even on that note, just like in my lifetime, like more, like men are just like more inclined to, because that's just like whenever you're building a society, you're building a civilization, like you're gonna start off with the men. So of course, the older man's gonna pass down whatever they got, because the man's gonna pass down like whatever they got, should actually say pass down whatever you got to a younger man, honestly, man, because it is too. Because I'm gonna digress a little bit. Shout out to the brother, send me your firstborn too, man. Cause like honestly, man, like we should like even men that's younger than myself, like when I was working at the school, like those young brothers, high schoolers, man. I always like I'm proud of some of them, man. I know a brother, man. He's a great young brother, man. Great, there's actually a few of them great young brother, man. He was way better than me at his age than I was at my age, man. You should want them to exceed you. That's why Yahweh himself say, listen, you're going to do greater works than me. So Yahweh said, listen, no, I want you to do it better than me. Of course, like the same thing as Joseph. He said, only throne I'll be greater than you. Of course, you're not greater than Yahweh. He said, listen, I want you to do greater than me. I want you to be better. He pushed his disciples to be better than him, man. Honestly, he wants to do greater works than you do to me. But also, too, like, honestly, man, I remember watching a clip. It was like mid 2000, like 2007, something like that. It was an interview with Run DMC from Run. He said, "Listen, man." He said, "No." He's talking about the current generation of rap. Like he said, "No, I want y'all to be better than us, man. I want y'all to be better than us. Do it better than us, man. Because as man, we should. That's where that pride and ego, man. That's why it's not made for men. Because you should want to see the next generation of men surpass you. Honestly, like and honestly, that's what Cam Newton, when he did that, it was controversy years ago, like 2017 is about like he was in a press conference about of course female reporter asked him a question about routes. He said he said what he said about routes. He said, "Well, I didn't know that about routes." I think the receiver was Defiant Funches he was talking about, but then he lost some endorsements. Media came down, whatever. He shouldn't have said that. Now think about it as well, because at the time I was like, man, why are they coming at him? But it wasn't wise to say, like that's why the word says this: don't always speak what comes to mind. Think before you speak, pretty much, man. Even a fool is kind of wise when he keep his peace. But yeah, man. But even in his apology though, he said, "Listen, I don't want y'all to be like me. Be better than me. That's what you want." But I noticed that per se, like honestly, with men, honestly, that they're more inclined to listen to older men, because I'm not even that old, but sometimes our young into young Jakes or young brothers than me, I try to they say, yo, hey, some more. I try to give them some types of words of encouragement, not just me, or just anybody else I see, man. It's just great, man. But And I've noticed that more with women because per se, women aren't really don't really do that pretty much now because that's why the Titus kicks in. But even the sister told me, said, yeah, because women, we just naturally, like, we're going to take offense to it. We're going to think that they were trying to, like, it's kind of like both, it's kind of both things too as well, because honestly, because I noticed there's more on women though, like, more most of these mothers are competing against their daughters. Honestly, you got older men out here that's compete like you do have men out there like that. I just see more on women. I don't know. I just see more on women, like women competing with other women, even older women competing with younger women. I mean, you got like men do that, but it's just more of like it's all right. It's more looked at as like, yo, why is this like, bro? You gotta grow up, man. It's like what type of time is you on, man? Like, still trying to be the man. It's like, stop. But it happens. But I just see that more with I don't know. That's me personally, but yeah. But I say that all to say because I'm kind of talking in circles. My bad. Go on tangents, but But speaking of this, like the judges things of nature, because the judges were around during Job time. I was wondering if that's that Romans 2 kicks into play, man, with this, because Jethro. Because remember, the point is being is that Jethro was Midianite. Jethro, like was a Gentile man of the nation, but Moses still took heed to his counsel, man. That's how right 32 is about, and other scriptures is about. Sometimes the older man, like just even outside the word, like word aside, listening to an older man. But let me get this Genesis chapter pretty much 18 it says Exodus 18 verse 17, and thou shalt and Moses' father-in-law said to him, the thing thou doest is not good. Surely thou verse 18, thou surely wear away both thou and this people that is with thee, for that the thing is too heavy for thee, and thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. So yeah, man. So then of course let's go to verse 25 at the point. Because he and Moses hearkens to the council, and it says verse 25. It says, and Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and he made them heads over peoples, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, rulers of tens. So yeah, man, that just is what it is too. So yeah, so let's go Deuteronomy now. Then I'm hit this Isaiah. No, I'm not going to hit the Isaiah. Yeah, let's go Romans 2 now, because I was wondering, I was meditating yesterday. I was like, wait. I was just like, sometimes it kind of lined up with Romans 2 to me personally. Let me get this Romans 2 real quick. Because, let's get that Romans 2. Let's get this Romans 2. It says, because that's what popped in my mind. Yeah. For Romans chapter 2 verse 14, but for when the Gentiles which had not the law, but do by nature the things that are contained in the law, having not the law, are a law unto themselves. So yeah, man, I kind of thought about that. I was like, wait, how did it was good. Who knows how that? I'm just speaking as man. Like, who knows, like, how that happened, man? Because that was good. Like, of course, counsel. Like, honestly, and but that was judges were during Job's time. That was even before Israel. But I'm saying before Israel because Job lived in Uz, and that's Uz is in Edom, so that's another topic for another day. But that was pre Moses, pretty much pre Moses. I'm saying law pre Moses, but who's saying that that's Moses, that was counsel that Moses gave, or he could have been like that Romans 2, like just by nature, like that's without the law did something that was in the law as well. So I don't know, that just came to my mind, like how did even because they were judges during Job's time. So that was a thought. I'm just thinking, but Deuteronomy 26 and 18 says the same thing. But I'm going back to get into Isaiah 1:26. you know. And then I was actually talking about to my brother earlier about the 144,000. That's what the 144,000 is. Let's get this Isaiah chapter 1 verse 26. And I'll restore. Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Because he tells the end from the beginning, but he says Isaiah chapter 1 verse 26. He said, "I will restore thy judges at the first, thy counselor as the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city." So yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's what it is. That's the judge. That's 144,000, man. The judges and rulers, man. It's like that's from the beginning, man. So, yeah, man, pretty much. And so hopefully that was edifying, man. So yeah, man, law pre Moses, because the judges that was around, even before Mount Sinai with law pre Moses, man. So hopefully it's edifying. So yeah, so peace.